Hey there, Columbus State, and welcome to CSU News. I'm Cody Waugh.
And I'm Sharifa Jackson. Here's what's happening this week on campus.
CSU's Department of History and Geography continues its Freedom Riders series this Thursday as it hosts historian Thomas Aiello at 12:30 p.m. at the Swope Memorial Library. Aiello, an assistant professor of history and African American studies at Valdosta State University, will give a lecture on leaving the Promised Land, the Atlanta Hawks, race, and the NBA's move to the Deep South. This event is free and open to the public. For more information, call 706-565-4021 or visit the columbusstate.edu/history.
Theater lovers are encouraged to attend CSU Theater Department's performance of the American classic Our Town this weekend at the Riverside Theater Complex. Our Town, penned by Pulitzer Prize winner Thornton Wilder, follows teenagers George and Emily, who meet, fall in love, marry, and suffer the slings and arrows of everyday life. And through their common American story, the play explores the nature of human connection. Admission is $17 for adults, $15 for seniors, 60 and older, CSU alumni, and active duty military. For showtimes and more information, call 706-507-8444 or visit columbusstate.edu/theater.
Columbus State Sports just finished up another exciting week and it has another on hand. And Stephen Williams is here with all the highlights, scores, and the Cougars' upcoming schedule. What do you have for us, Stephen?
With your CSU Sports, I'm Stephen Williams. We have our first Peach Belt Conference Championship of the year, and it belongs to the Columbus State Lady Cougars soccer program. Jay Antlich's Lady Cougars with a pair of victories this week. Wednesday night defeating Montevallo here in Columbus 2-1 with goals from Mandy Janowitz and Nicole Corsione. And then on Saturday, closing out the regular season with a 2-0 defeat of UNC Pembroke, with the Lady Cougars getting goals from Shelby Rowling and Chelsea Pearson. Those two victories gave the Lady Cougars a share of the Peach Belt Conference Championship in the regular season for the first time since 2010. So the Lady Cougars now will be the number 2 seed overall in this week's Peach Belt Conference tournament, and they close out the regular season 13-5 overall and a strong 9-2 mark inside Peach Belt Conference play. Columbus State volleyball was a little bit of a rough go for the Lady Cougars this week. 3 matches, and all 3 of them, the Lady Cougars ending up on the wrong side, taking losses to Shorter, Flagler, and Armstrong. All 3 of those matches on the road for those teams. So a little bit of a rough go for Casey Cornett's Lady Cougars. They are now at 16-10 overall, 8-6 in the Peach Belt Conference. The first 3-game losing streak they've had this season, but they've got 4 more games left this regular season to turn the ship back around and get headed back in the right direction before they turn their attentions to what postseason play looks like. Finally, it was women's basketball that opened up their season with an exhibition match on Saturday against Reinhardt College inside the Lumpkin Center. 85-81 was the final score. The Lady Cougars picking up the victory in that one, and it was Aisha Alexander with 24 points that led the way for CSU. She was one of 5 Lady Cougars that finished the game in double figures in points. They'll kick off their official start to the season with their regular season opener Thursday night, November 15th, when they take on Fort Valley State. For your schedule this coming week, of course, the Peach Belt Conference Tournament kicks off, and that starts Tuesday night at the Walden Soccer Complex. The quarterfinal round, the Lady Cougars will host their first match, and that'll be UNC Pembroke. Second time they've met up in 4 days here on this field, and so they'll meet at 6 o'clock Tuesday night, and it would be the Lady Cougars aiming for yet another Peach Belt Conference Tournament championship. Tuesday night, the quarterfinal round, Friday, the semifinals, and Sunday, the championship match. Hopefully we see the Lady Cougars on Sunday. Friday and Sunday's matches, if the Lady Cougars get there, will be over at Blanchard Woods Park in Evans, Georgia, just outside of Augusta. For volleyball, they are at home for the final time this week. The final 2 games of their regular season home portion of the schedule happen Friday and Saturday. Friday night, they're in the Lumpkin Center at 6 o'clock as they take on a Lander team that they knocked off on the road in 5 sets. And then on Saturday, the regular season home finale as they take on USC Aiken. The game will not be played inside the Lumpkin Center, though. If you come out to check that one out, you'll have to go to the Rec Center on campus, where the Lady Cougars will be taking on USC Aiken Saturday. That one, first serve, will happen at noon. Men's and women's cross country have their biggest meet of the season coming up on Saturday as they run in the NCAA Southeast Regionals over in Charlotte, North Carolina. Both the Cougars and Lady Cougars won the regional last year and earned their bid to the national championship meet, and they're trying to do the same thing again. They're in good position to do so, but they need a strong showing Saturday morning in order to earn that NCAA championship berth. And then finally, the big one Friday night, the Cougar men's basketball squad has its first exhibition of the year, and they are on the road in Birmingham, Alabama, as they're taking on UAB, the University of Alabama at Birmingham. It is a big matchup against a Division I school for Robert Moore's bunch. 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock local there in Birmingham. The Cougars will take on the Blazers of UAB, and that will be the official kickoff to their 2013-2014 season. I know there's a lot of people traveling up for that, so we hope there's a good showing from Columbus State there in UAB. Looking forward to what we have this week. Hope to see you out at the soccer match on Tuesday night. And until next week, with your CSU Sports, I'm Stephen Williams.
Thanks, Stephen. When we return, we'll have Joey with your weekly weather.
Don't go anywhere. You're tuned in to CSU News.
Welcome back. November is here, and if you stepped out of your dorm lately, you're sure to have felt the chilly temperatures that the month typically brings. Is it winter weather looming right around the corner? Joey Davila is here to answer that question with our weekly weather.
Good afternoon, Cougars. I'm Joey Davila, your local weatherman. You might recognize me from my off-Broadway one-man production of Annie Get Your Gun, my new best-selling novel, Rags to Weather, a real Cinderella story, or from my new reality TV show, Hunting Chef Cody, the real most dangerous game. Now, Columbus, everyone knows that besides fava beans and a nice Chianti, my only real love in this life is the weather and bringing it to you all. So let's get to our 7-day forecast, shall we? Starting Monday, November 4th, we have a high of 69, a low of 45, some sunny weather with a 0% chance of rain, and east winds moving at 14 miles an hour. Going on to Tuesday, November 5th, we have a high of 70, a low of 53, partly cloudy weather with no chance of rain, and east-northeast winds at 13 miles per hour. Then on Wednesday, November 6th, you'll notice that there's a little turkey in the upper right corner. And a high of 73, a low of 60, mostly cloudy weather with about a 10% chance of rain, and east winds moving at 10 miles an hour. Following up on Thursday, November 7th, we have a high of 69, a low of 42, and some showers, that's about a 60% chance of rain, and west-northwest winds moving at 9 miles per hour. On Friday, November 8th, we have a high of 68, a low of 45, mostly sunny weather, 0% chance of rain, and east-northeast winds moving at 9 miles per hour. On Saturday, November 9th, we have a high of 65, a low of 47, partly cloudy weather, still no chance of rain, and east winds moving at 6 miles an hour. And finishing our week on Sunday, November 10th, we have a high of 74, a low of 48, sunny weather with no chance of rain, and north-northeast winds moving at 6 miles per hour. Well, there you have it, Columbus, your 7-day forecast. Enjoy your week.
When we return, we'll have Jatori with another student organization highlight. We'll also have a special segment for all of you Cougar fashionistas. We'll be right back with more CSU news.
Welcome back. Jatori Jones is here once again with another student organization profile. This time she caught up with the members of the CSU cheer and dance team.
Greetings, viewers. This week I spoke with Jimbo Davis, the coach of the CSU cheer and dance team, about what's going on with them now and in the future.
Jimbo Davis, Columbus State University Athletics. I am Assistant Athletic Director of Marketing, Community Relations, and Spirit. Spirit consists of cheerleaders, dance team, and our mascot company. Putting together all elements of trying to get school energy, excitement, spirit, doing the cheerleaders in their ball games, personal appearance, community service, dancers and performances, and Cody being all around BFF with everybody that wants to be a part of CSU. It takes athleticism, it takes a bunch of people that want to be athletes and probably not receive the credit as being athletes, but desire to want to be good and desire to want to work hard. There's not much financial reward for it, but it's the personal satisfaction of being a part of a team and working together as a team.
Thanks for tuning in, and back to you guys in the studio.
Cougars took to the catwalk recently as Beyond the Runway held a fashion show supporting breast cancer awareness. Crystal and Courtney are here with all your highlights for the event.
Hello Cougars, I'm Crystal Kay.
And I'm Courtney Napier.
Beyond the Runway, a modeling organization on campus, recently hosted their fashion show, Fight Like a Champ, in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
We're here with an exclusive interview with the president of Beyond the Runway, Essie Nadim.
And later on, our interview with our very own Courtney Napier.
Let's take a look. Hi, I'm Courtney Napier, and I'm here with Essie Nadim, the president of Beyond the Runway. Essie, how was your first show as Madam President?
The show was surprisingly good. I was very excited because we were competing with people to attend because we had a football game. But we feel like we had a good turnout and we feel like the show was a good start.
So the models and the staff rose up to your expectations?
Yeah, for the most part. We did have a couple of models that weren't able to participate, but we feel like the most important thing is that we keep going and keep pushing and we don't give up. So the models that did participate were very helpful and they had a lot of fun. So that's all that matters.
What impact does BTR have on our campus, or what impact do you want it to have?
I would like BTR to be a multicultural organization. We feel like a lot of people can use this as a stepping stone to perfect their craft. And we just want people to come out and show their talent and experience and get exposure. So we definitely want it to be multicultural. We want it to be a fun but yet a serious thing for students.
And what can we expect throughout the remainder of the year from Beyond the Runway?
We have we actually have an event. We're partnering with SAC in the diversity group for their fashion show, so we're going to be featured in that. And then we have ASO, African Student Organizations. We're partnering with them for their fashion show.
Well, thank you so much for interviewing me.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Cougars. I'm Crystal Kay, sitting here with Courtney Napier, a model in the Fight Like a Survivor fashion show. So, Courtney, how was the fashion show?
It was we had a great turnout, and I really enjoyed working with the models and the staff. I really liked the show, and it was for a good cause, breast cancer awareness, so I had fun.
What was your role in the fashion show?
I was a model, and I was also the hairstylist, and so yeah, BTR, they allow us to express different aspects, different talents, and so I'm glad I got to be of service.
Since this fashion show was about breast cancer awareness, what did this mean to you?
I don't personally know anyone with breast cancer. My great-grandmother on my mother's side was diagnosed, and she died way before I was born. But I think that it's important to support and help those who are in need, and if the money is for research and all that, I think that's very important, whether you identify with them or not.
What was the interaction like between the models and the designers?
It was a really good atmosphere. Everybody was happy and good working together. It was all fun and for a good cause. And
can we expect to see you in any more shows?
Yes, the next show coming up is a partnership with SAC and the Diversity Program and Services. Yeah, so you can expect to see me there.
Well, thank you, Courtney, for sitting down and doing this interview with you. Back to you guys in the studio.
As the volleyball season wraps up, the Lumpkin Center has been busy readying for basketball. CSU held its annual Cougar Madness at the Lumpkin Center on October 29th. Here's Brandy Phillips with highlights of the event.
Hey Cougars, I am Brandy Phillips with CSU News, and I have all the hype and excitement you need for this season's basketball games on campus. The Meet the Players event held in the Lumpkin Center on October 22nd, CSU's basketball teams made their existence known with the wobble contest and multiple slam dunk contests. Head coach of the women's basketball team, Coach Jonathan Norton, shares his thoughts on the women's upcoming season.
I thought it went outstanding. We had a great crowd, great turnout for the volleyball match leading up, and then everyone stayed. All the students had a good time, and I just thought it was a great event to kind of kick off our season. Okay, we open up, we have an exhibition game in 2 weeks, Saturday, November 2nd at 3 p.m. versus Reinhardt University out of North Georgia, and then we open up our regular season for real on Friday, November 15th at 6 p.m. against Fort Valley State here at home. So our season is just around the corner.
Head coach of the men's basketball team, Coach Robert Moore, shares his thoughts on the men's upcoming season, especially with the first scrimmage game against Chattahoochee Valley Community College on Thursday night.
I thought the Cougar Madness was really good the other night. I felt like it brought excitement about our upcoming season for the 2013-2014 season. I know our guys were really excited. I felt like the fans came out. I thought the students came out, faculty, and just had a great time. And it was a good way to introduce all the guys that's on this year's squad. This year, looking forward, I think right now our team just got to really get a lot more chemistry together, and that's playing together and practicing more. I really feel good about this year's team because we got 5 returning players and got 9 new guys. I feel like we're ready. I think anytime that you scrimmage Chattahoochee Valley community colleges, a lot of our guys know their players. They know our players. So me and Coach Mahone are really good friends. So I think anytime we scrimmage somebody that's just right across the river, I think it's a little, it's only a scrimmage, but you always want to win and compete at the highest level. And going into the scrimmage tonight, I'm just telling our guys we just gotta, get better on every possession. I think a lot of times you look to the team that you're playing on the other end, but we're really looking out for Columbus State University. We're trying to get better every day in practice, in every scrimmage. We're just trying to get better every day, and I think the wins will take care of themselves if we just get better every day.
I am Brandy Phillips with CSU News. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you for watching CSU News. That's all we have for you today. I'm Sharifa Jackson.
And I'm Cody Watt. Have a wonderful day, Cougars.